What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is me, Miguel, from ISO Fright. Today I'm going to give you a brief explanation as to what happens during the hiring process at Knott Scary Farm. Yes, the amazing Knott Scary Farm in Buena Park, California. But anyways, I'm just gonna give you a brief explanation as to how my audition went and what it's gonna look like in the beginning. So basically, to apply for Knott, you go on their website. I believe it's Cedar Fair Jobs or something like that. But you basically go to that website. Basically, you're just like applying for a regular job. After that, they ask you your availability of when you can go and do your auditions. I believe there's like 3 days or 2 days or something like that. But that was in the very beginning. My audition was a late audition because at first I didn't know if I wanted to do it until later. I then found out that they were doing another round of auditions. So I thought, hey, maybe this might be a good opportunity to say screw it and go do it. So I went ahead and did the audition and I got Forsaken Lake. Woo. But yeah, I was so excited when I found out that I got the Forsaken Lake street position. It's so cool. I mean, I'm a rookie, so this is my first year at Scary Farm. But anyways, basically what happens is show up at the time that you scheduled for your audition and you go into their employment facility. Once you go through the gate, what they had me do was they had me stand to the side. So once you enter the gate, you go to the left side and you stand there. There should be a desk. There'll be 2 guys sitting at the desk. And once you are next in line, they ask you what your name is. They're gonna tell you to sign a sheet and they're gonna highlight your name. They're gonna peel off a little sticker with a number on it, kind of like a contestant number, like American Idol or something. And then you stick it on your shirt. Then you go inside the gate, sit down, and there's like a couple of chairs like in this little area back there behind the gate where they tell you to sit at. After that, they're gonna call you and your group because that specific group has the same audition time as you. So you guys go in as a group. So there was about 4 people there, including myself. We all walked into this little hallway and this guy comes and he tells you, okay, like make sure you don't use any props, don't touch anybody, don't touch anything in the room, don't pass a certain line that's on the floor. And then you walk into a room, there's gonna be judges before you in front of a desk, there's gonna be tape on the floor and there's X's made out of tape. And then they just tell you to stand in the X, like if they want to scoot you over or something. They'll tell you like, oh, maybe just scoot over a bit. So before you start with the real auditioning part with all the scenarios and all that, they're gonna ask you what your name is and then they're gonna ask you what your number is, which I kind of felt was a little odd because my number was like right here. So it was like, okay. But yeah, so you just tell them my name is Miguel and then you tell them the number and then they just move on to another individual next to you. Then after that, you go through several different types of scenarios they can throw at you. The first thing they told me to do was, or they told all of us to do, to be a zombie but silent. So, you know, we did the whole thing and they say, okay, now what we wanted you to do is to pick a specific character such as a clown or some kind of zombie or creature or something like that and act out that scenario of your character but silently again. So we did that. And then he goes, okay, next what I want you to do is I'm gonna walk in front of you and when I put my arm out like this, I want you to say, welcome to Knott Scary Farm, but in your character's voice. So the character you pick, such as the clown or the creature, say it in that voice. I picked the clown just because I wanted to. And then the last thing they told us to do was I bought the tape on the floor. There was like rectangles of tape on the floor. In front of us, there was a little rectangle and there was a person standing in the middle of that. And then in front of the judges, where the desk is at, there's a line of tape where that you can't cross. In front of you, there's a little square, and then right next to it, there is a bigger rectangle with another individual standing in it. So then he basically explains to you, act out the character that you want to portray. So kind of forget about the whole clown, entity, creature kind of thing, but what you are visualizing, what you want to be out on streets or out in a maze. He tells you to walk to one square, which is that square that was over here with that individual inside. You walk to him doing your whole creature, whatever character walk, and then you, boom, you scare them. Come over here. There's another little square on the floor that's, like I mentioned before, that are in front of the judges. You walk over towards them and then you scare them once you hit that little square on the floor. And then you come this way, which is that area I told you that the third individual is standing in, and you scare that person and you come back to the wall and then you just stay silent. But I believe you still stay in character. But that's kind of basically all they made you do. Right after that, they make you go into another room, stand against a wall, and a lady holds up an iPad and she takes a picture of you, and right next to her there's another lady and she takes measurements of your body. So after that, they have you go sit in the room that you kind of went through. You just sit and wait, kind of like the DMV. kind of like the damn DMV. I'm just kidding, it's not that bad. So you go and just sit there, somebody calls your name, go up to the desk, you sit down, and for me, she basically told me then and there where I'm gonna go. Because I actually talked to different individuals, and they said, oh, I had to wait like 2 weeks to figure out where I'm gonna go. But it was really strange, like right then and there, she goes, okay, you got Forsaken Lake. She also gave me the character name as well, but I freaking forgot it because everything was just happening so quick. I thought she would have wrote it down or something, or it was already on like a piece of paper, but the piece of paper was just like information on like, oh, you're gonna get these emails, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But I thought I was gonna say somewhere like, oh, this is your character, this is your pass number. Basically, the paper just stated the steps following up to your processing appointment. She told me, yeah, you're doing Forsaken Lake, your character is blah, blah, blah. After that, she told me you're going to get a series of emails on your emails, and she confirms your email, your phone number, your address, your name. Like, now, these emails are gonna come. Now, this is one thing she didn't really tell me, because when she told me you're gonna get a series of emails, I literally thought I was gonna, like, my phone was gonna blow up, like, immediately right after I left out the door. But it actually took several days for the emails to actually come. So the first email I got was, I believe it was just like to check like if you've ever done like criminal activity and stuff like that. And then the second email that you're supposed to get corresponds to a background check. Right after that, you're gonna get another email, and it's for a website that some of you might be familiar with already if you're already working using that specific platform. It's called Dayforce. Dayforce is a website in which it's just a website that tells you information about your job. You're gonna have to go through a series of pages, and they're gonna make you look at documents or PDF files of like certain manuals of the park, you know, code manuals, I think, or something like that, you know, dress code stuff, everything Knott's Berry Farm. There's just different types of manuals and forms that you have to go through, and you have to verify that, yes, I read these forms. But yeah, pretty much after you complete that entire process, you just have to wait until you do your processing appointment. My process appointment is coming up in a few days, so after this video, this is going to be part 1, I will update you guys on what happened after the processing appointment. So stay tuned for that video, because that will be coming out just after this one. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the future. Like this video and comment below on questions or something that you might want to tell me about Scary Farm, or if you're a veteran, or if you're just starting out just like me, or you've been there for at least more than a year or two. All right guys, that's gonna end it for this video. Again, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.